So, hello, what's up, future RNs? This is your Sir Mavs, ang travel nursing lecturer ng review. Kamusta kayo ngayon? I know that you are already kabado na for the board examination. I do understand that kasi malapit na po ang board examination. So, ganito ang gagawin natin, taong bayan. Okay, I'm going to share to you in related or very important topics sa board exam when it comes to professional nursing. Okay? So, we're going to discuss all about professional nursing now. So, idire-diretso natin itong professional nursing na to. So, ano lang siya, mga favorite ng mga BONs, yung mga lumabas ng board exam, mga high-yield topics when it comes to professional nursing. So, taong bayan, okay? Let's start your professional nursing. So, pag sinabi niyo pong professional nursing, ang unang tinatanong dyan, it's all about the history of nursing sa buong mundo. Okay? At ito po yung mga iba't iba pong mga eras ng nursing here in the Philippines. We do have your intuitive nursing. Okay? So, dito po sa intuitive nursing, nursing here is untaught. Okay, it is born out of compassion. Okay? So dito pong part sa intuitive nursing, they don't believe in science here. Hindi po sila naniniwala sa science here at wala pa talagang science here this time. And nursing belong to women. Okay? And illness believed are caused by superstitious beliefs, mga superstitions. Okay, they also believe in mystical creatures or mysticism. Okay, or something that is non-human, like for example ghosts, evil spirits. So they believe dyan sa intuitive nursing na yan. And also they believe in shamans. Sa Pilipinas ang tawag niya ay albularyo. Okay, or mga witch doctors, master healers, they do believe in those. And also nurses, dito pong part, sikat po dito yung word na tinatawag natin na trephining. Okay? Pag narinig niyo po yung word na trephining or trephination, that is the drilling of hole in the skull. Okay? Para yung evil spirit ay umalis daw sa katawan. Syempre, wala ngang science noon. So, hindi sila naniniwala sa mga schizophrenia. Hindi sila naniniwala sa mga Alzheimer's. Hindi na sila naniniwala sa bipolar. Hindi pa nila alam yon. So, what they believe is parang nasapian po sila ng mga masasamang espiritu. So, that's trephining, taong bayan. Okay, so they believe in your superstitious beliefs. And nurses here, okay, they work as slaves. Okay, so sa intuitive nursing, ito natandaan mo dito, walang science, it only belong to women and slaves. Okay, slaves po ang mga nurses here before, and naniniwala sila sa shamans and mga non-human. Okay, so that is the intuitive nursing. Sunod naman natin, taong bayan, ay sa apprentice nursing. So pag narinig nyo po yung word na apprentice nursing, taong bayan, that is training lang po dito. So training ang ganap ng mga nurses here. Wala pa po silang formal education. So kung gusto mo maging nurse dati, all you have to do is to train. Okay? So religious po ang mga taong bayan here. So yung those who are taking care of the sick are mostly are religious people, like for example nuns, deaconesses, crusades, mga knights, okay, or mga saint, like for example very sikat dyan ay si Saint Catherine of Siena, okay, Saint Elizabeth of Hungary, or sila Saint Clare, na very very common po sa board examination. So sila yung mga santo na yan. And also dito po sa apprentice era, hindi lang po yan puro mga santo, hindi lang po yan puro mga nuns, mga pare. Dito din po nurses, dito din po nakalagay yung dark era or the dark period of nursing. And what is that dark period of nursing po, taong bayan? That is the nurses here. Okay, nurses here was performed by least desirable women. Okay, so ibig sabihin yung mga prostitutes, prisoners, dyan po yung mga yan. Mga nurses here were prostitutes, were prisoners before. So they steal or they stole belongings, ganyan. And they use also alcohol, or they use yung mga sedation para lang po mapatulog ang mga pasyente nila at nakawan sila dati. Okay? And or they use their job to seduce. okay, mga patients nila para makuha po nila yung gusto nila. Okay, so sexually. So yan yun, nasa dark period din po. So ang apprentice era, ito lang isipin mo dyan, heaven and hell. Heaven and hell. Merong mga santo, mga madre, mga pare, pero dito din po yung mga prostitutes and prisoners, which is the dark era of nursing, taong bayan. And next naman po dyan is yung educated period. So pag sinabi natin educated period, future RNs, dito po nurses ay mga matatalino po ang mga tao here. Dito po yung mga theorists natin, theorists and theories. Dito na buo yung mga theories, okay? And dito na po nag-start yung formal education ng nursing na BSN is already formal education. So dito na po nag-i-start, okay? And pinatayo po ang St. Thomas Hospital in London. So yan, I've been there. Nung pumunta ako sa London, I saw the St. Thomas Hospital in London just to give respect and also to i-remember lang po yung life at yung work ni Florence Nightingale. So yan po siya. And dito po sa educated period, uso po dito yung mga wars. Uso po dito yung mga wars and mga, like for example, Crimean War, or the Crimean War, the Civil War, the World War I and World War II is happening here already. At education, andito na po yung education na part. And during the contemporary nursing, that is after the World War II, okay, and up till now, so that's contemporary nursing. So pag sinabi natin contemporary nursing, ang nangyayari dito is globalization. So pag sinabi natin word na globalization, taong bayan, all practices ng nursing should be or should only follow one standard. So, as much as possible, you follow a standard work or your evidence-based practice dito po yan. Kaya sikat na sikat po ang research when it comes to nursing because we should follow we should follow here yung mga tinatawag natin na standard, okay? And also, professionalism, di ba? Usong-uso dito nurses yung tinatawag natin na CPD or the Continuing Professional Development. So yan po siya. And scientific and technological advancements are here already sa contemporary nursing. Actually, robotic nursing is already present here sa era na to. Dito din po yung time nurses na we have masters, may PhD na or may doctorate degree na yan. So dito na po yan sa contemporary nursing, advancement when it comes not only to technology but also advancement in education. Dito po yan sa contemporary nursing. At yung mga ganap dito nurses ay yung more advancement. They focus more on the advancement when it comes to the nursing as a profession. Okay? So yan po yung eras natin when it comes to nursing. Intuitive nursing, it's all about walang science. Yun na lang isipin mo dito. Intuitive, walang science. Apprentice, heaven and hell. Heaven and hell. Educated period, matatalino ang mga taong bayan dito at uso yung mga wars. Pag sinabi natin contemporary, what's happening now? Anything that deals with advancements, yun po siya. Okay? Next, sunod naman natin dito taong bayan ay yung mga nursing leaders na lumabas na sa board examination. Siyempre, unahin natin dito si Florence Nightingale. Okay? So, si Florence Nightingale po ba, sir, considered po ba siya na leader? Of course. Kasi nurses, siya po yung tinatawag din natin na first nursing theorist. So, anong theory niya po dito? Siyempre, alam natin to environmental theory. Right? And then, she is also the lady with a lamp, na sikat-sikat na po sa lady with a lamp, and the mother of modern nursing. So, that is considered as a leader. So, meron po siyang notes. Ang tawag dyan na notes na yan is Notes on Nursing, What It Is, and what is not. Notes on nursing, what it is, and what is not. Okay? Next naman natin, taong bayan, yung tinawag natin na si Clara Barton. Okay? Si Clara Barton. Paano naman po si Clara Barton, taong bayan? Si Clara Barton naman po, siya po yung founder of American Red Cross. Okay? Si Lillian Wald. Another na naman importanteng tao, nurses, na i-discuss natin ay si Lillian Wald. Siya po yung rason kung bakit kayo mahihirapan si CHN. Siya po yung rason kung bakit mahihirapan kayo sa NP1. Oo. Siya po ang rason ng founder. Siya po yung founder of American Community Health Nursing. So, si Lillian Wald. Next, Lavinia Dock. Si Lavinia Dock naman po, siya ay isang visionary leader. So she is a nurse but she also entered politics to have or to change the nursing or the view of nursing sa buong mundo. So yan po si Lavinia Dock. She entered the government. And also Margaret Sanger. Si Margaret Sanger po, isa po siyang parang business-minded na person, na isang nurse, wherein she is the first birth control, nagpatayo na siya ng first birth control clinic. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, nakulong siya because of she performed abortion. So yan. And Mary Breckenridge, na sikat po nung COVID era. Why? Because siya po yung founder of Frontier Nursing Service. Anong ibig sabihin ng Frontier Nursing Service, taong bayan? Yan po ay frontliners daw po ang mga nurses. Okay? Frontliners po ang mga nurses. So, nurses should also cater like poor, rural, or mga patients na kailangan talaga ng care. Okay? So, yan. What else ang kailangan pa natin dito, nurses, na malaman sa taong bayan here? Okay? So, let's talk about the years of nursing. Okay, let's talk about the years. Kung maalala ko po siya, let me just gather my thoughts when it comes to years of nursing here in the Philippines. Unahin muna natin yung 1906, okay? So, sa 1906, nurses, ang nangyari po dito during the 1906 era is, sa Pilipinas to, sa Pilipinas, 1906, dito po nabuo yung Iloilo Mission Hospital. It is the first hospital in the Philippines, the true first hospital here in the Philippines. And ang dean po dito ay si Dean Loreto Tupaz, na tinanghal po siyang Florence Nightingale of Iloilo. And nung 1909, okay, nung 1909, dito po nagkaroon ng first trained nurses. At ang criteria mo lang dito is willingness to work. Okay? Willingness to work. And next naman, taong bayan, is 1919. Ano pang nangyari nung 1919, sir? Dito po nagkaroon ng first true nursing law. The first true nursing law, which is the 2808, the Act or Republic Act of 2808. Pinirmahan po yan noong March 1919. Okay, it is an act that regulates practice of nursing sa buong Pilipinas nung time na yon. And dyan po sa 1990, nurses, nagkaroon po ng first, yung mga BON, nandiyan na po yan. 3 BON pa lang dati yan, if I'm not mistaken. At kasala dyan si Anastasia Hiron Tupas, si Juan Cabarrus. I forgot the other one. Okay, but ito siya. Okay, check ko lang kung may papasok ko siya dito. So, yan. So, these are the 3 BONs, the first BONs. And, 1920, nung 1920, nagkaroon po dito ng first nursing board exam. The Philippine Nurse Licensure Examination happened noong 1920, the first board exam. So that was around June. June po siya, June. Okay? Saan po yan? Sa Manila. So the first board exam, the first Philippine Nurse Licensure Examination was June 1920. Okay? So it was June 1920. So that is around sa Manila. Okay, that's in Manila. Tapos nung nangyari niya nung 1922 naman po, dito po nagkaroon ng the Philippine Nursing Association, pero hindi pa po siya PNA dati. Ang tawag po dati niya noong 1922 was FNA. It's Filipino Nurse Association. It's Filipino, letter F po yan. Nurses Association, founded by, of course, the Anastasia Hiron Tupas, and she was also the first secretary and also the founder of the FNA or the PNA. Ayan. So, pero FNA po siya dati noong 1922. If I'm not mistaken, that was around September 2, 1922. If my brain is functioning well now when it comes to date, it's September 2, 1922 po siya. Yeah, okay. And then, ano pa ba? Ano pang nangyari dito? Syempre, the first president was Rosa Montemayor Delgado. Okay, siya po yung first na yan, si Rosa Montemayor Delgado. And what else? Okay, nangati tayo. Okay, so what else, taong bayan, ang kailangan nyo pang malaman dito? 1946, nagkaroon naman po noong 1946 ay ang the first NLE outside Manila, which is in Iloilo. So yung mga taga Visayas pupunta na po ng Iloilo for them to take the board examination. Hindi na nila kailangan mag-fly papuntang Manila for that. Okay? And Naalala ko, nakalimutan ko, sorry, noong 1920, di ba the first board exam, it was held on 1920. Yung first top notcher was Ana Dahlgren. Okay? Ana Dahlgren. So, siya po yung first top notcher po dati. Okay? What else? 1948, 1940, let me just check. 1922, 1946, 1958, okay? Noong 1958, ano nangyari dito sa 1958? 1958, if I'm not mistaken, dito po nangyari ang first po natin na um, wait. Let me just check. My utak is not functioning now when it comes to 1950. Okay. 1958, dito po yung napirmahan po ni President Carlos P. Garcia ang the Nurses Week, okay? And the Nurses Week, nurses, is Proclamation 539, okay? At tinanghal po yan noong October na dapat na ang last week of October. Yan. Anong week? Last week. Anong month? October. That is the Nurses Week. Okay? Pasensya. Matagal na po kung hindi nagfunda. It's like 3 years or 4 years na yata ako hindi nagturo ng professional adjustment. Okay? And what else? At naalala ko na po yung tatlong BON. Ayan, pumasok na po sa utak natin. Yung tatlong BON ay si Juan Cabarrus, Anastasia Hiron Tupas, and si Belen Del Rosario. Okay? At yung first top notcher po natin ay si Ana Dahlgren. If I'm not mistaken, her rating was 93.5%. So, yan po siya. What else? Okay. Ayan. At nung proclamation po na yon nung ni Carlos P. Garcia na pinirmahan po, which is the last week of October na Nurses Week, is proclamation number 539. Okay? 539. That is proclamation number 539 po, taong bayan. And what else pang kailangan natin, nurses? Noong 1997, yung si Fidel Ramos, okay, pinirmahan naman niya po yung proclamation number 1060. If I'm not mistaken, that's proclamation number 1060. 1997 yan, the Diamond Jubilee Year for Nurses. Okay, the Diamond Jubilee Year for Nurses po siya. What else? After that is 1966. Idagdag ko lang po si 1966. Noong 1966 po, yung FNA po naging PNA na po siya noong 1966. Okay? Kaya yung PNA yan na po yung Philippine Nurses Association. Okay? Yan po siya. Okay. Sino po yung mga importanteng tao, sir, na kailangan namin malaman sa board examination? Kasi I want to share this to you, nurses, kasi ang dami pong mga importanteng kailangan yung malaman sa board examination. Yung mga nakakalimutan nyo na po, yung mga funda, yung mga pangalan, yung professional adjustment, nakalimutan nyo na siya. So let me just recall it to you. Doña Hilaria de Aguinaldo, Philippine Red Cross. Okay, so si Doña Hilaria de Aguinaldo, siya po yung founder of the Philippine Red Cross. But wait, let me just check something here. Okay, may update kasi ako dyan when it comes to that. Wait lang po, taong bayan. Okay, sige, lapit-lapit ko, diba? Kita nyo na yung mga pimples ko and everything. Wait lang po. Nasaan siya? Saan ko siya nilagay? Okay, wait lang ha. wait lang. Kasi if I'm not mistaken, I updated something about there. Tingnan ko lang po kung kailangan nyo pa pong malaman here. Okay. Ayan, sorry for that. Okay, let me just update that Si Doña Hilaria de Aguinaldo, siya po yung first wife of Emilio Aguinaldo. Siya po pala, not the founder, the first president of Philippine Red Cross, okay? Sorry for that. The first president of Philippine Red Cross is si Doña Hilaria Aguinaldo, the first wife of Emilio Aguinaldo. And yung second wife naman po ni Emilio Aguinaldo na si Doña Maria de Aguinaldo, siya naman po ay sa President of Red Cross in Batangas. Siya lang naman po ay sa Batangas. Yung second wife na si Doña Maria de Aguinaldo, sa Batangas po yan. Okay, siya po yung president sa Batangas. Si Hilaria po, siya naman po yung Philippine Red Cross, president ng Philippine Red Cross sa, sa buong Pilipinas. Okay? Siya po yung president. Pero the founder of the Philippine Red Cross Nurses ay si Dame Agnes, okay, or si Agnes Reyes B. Ponce. Okay? Yan po siya. So, mas kilala po siyang RF Agnes Reyes. So, yan. So, Agnes Reyes or Dame Agnes Ponce. Siya po yan. Siya po yung founder of the Philippine Red Cross. Okay? Melchora Aquino. Okay, alam naman na po natin si Melchora Aquino. Siya po yung nursing care during the revolution. Yeah, siya po yung mother of Philippine Revolution. Siya para po siyang si Florence Nightingale ng Philippines actually. She took care of the wounded soldiers and revolutionaries during the Philippine Spanish War. So yan po siya. Okay, what else ang kailangan pa nating malaman dito, nurses? Okay, let me just check. Okay, ayan pa, ano na tayo pa, wala na po yung gig ko dito. Sige, wait lang ha. Part 2 tayo, part 2. Okay, so nurses, for our part 2 natin, okay, so let's talk about the meaning of nursing. So, di ba alam naman natin nursing na there are many definition of nursing. The definition of it from the book, from the dictionary, from the different theories and everything. But generally, nursing is really subdivided into 3 talaga na definition. That could be nursing as a science, and then nursing as an art, and then nursing as a profession. Unahin muna natin nurses ang nursing as a science. So pag sinabi natin nursing as a science, that is all about knowledge. Nursing is a full body of knowledge. Nursing is full of research evidences. Nursing is full of clinical expertise. So, yung mga evidence-based practice, yan po yung nursing as a science. We get many information. We get knowledge sa science, sa nursing as a science. So, when a nurse gets knowledge, that is already nursing as a science. Like for example, saan ba natin nakukuha mga knowledge natin? From books, journals, experiences, theories, what else? Notes. Okay? So, those are nursing as a science. Pero pag sinabi naman po natin nursing as an art, okay, it is an application of the science. So, ibig sabihin, if you applied your knowledge, when you applied the things that you have learned, okay, through your skills, through your actions, through your interventions, implementations, that is nursing as an art, okay? And what else ang kailangan pa natin malaman dito, nurses, is the nursing as a profession. So pag sinabi natin nursing as a profession, taong bayan, dito po ay ang lagi kong iniisip dito na ang nursing is a profession, and what makes a profession, you have to follow the E-Korea. Okay, the E-Korea. So bakit sinabi natin E-Korea, sir? Unahin mo natin E. A profession should be a profession if it is of education. Kung meron siyang education, if you follow education or it has a formal education. Like for example, sa nursing, we have the curriculum na tinatawag natin. And what is our curriculum? That is your BSN. Pag sinabi natin BSN, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, is that 4 years? Yes, that is 4 years, okay? Tapos, K is for knowledge, okay? We are full of knowledge, the body of knowledge of it. O is oriented to service, okay? O is oriented to service. Pag sinabi natin oriented to service, that is altruism, okay? We are selfish or selfless? We are selfless. Ang kalbaliktaran ng selfless is selfish. At ang kabaliktaran ng altruism, it's egoism. Okay? So ano tayo? Altruism or egoism? We are altruism. We are selfless. We are more patient-centered than self-centered. Okay? ECORI, RRR is research. Okay? We follow research. Syempre, dyan po papasok yung evidence-based practice natin. ECORI, it's ethics. 'Di ba? Yung letter E natin, we also have your ethics. So pag sinabi nating ethics nurses, that is the nursing bioethics, 'di ba? So we follow ethics, morals, yung mga yan, what else? Values, okay? Values that would really define your nursing bioethics. Anything that is good, you do it. Anything that is bad, wag mong gawin. So yan si nursing bioethics natin. That will have another subject for that, okay? If I'm not mistaken, yung susunod ko pong topic dito na ipopost ko very soon will be your nursing bioethics natin. And what else? Accountability. So, we have accountability and autonomy. So, yan po siya. So, a nursing as profession, you need to be meron tayong formal education, knowledge oriented to service, research, ethics, autonomy, and accountability. So, yan po siya, taong bayan. Okay? And also, we also have to follow, you should learn, actually, if you should learn the roles and responsibilities of a nurse. Okay? Ano yung mga roles and responsibilities of a nurse? Unahin muna natin dyan, nurses, ang tinatawag natin na caregiver. Okay? So, pag sinabi ng caregiver, that is the most important roles and responsibility as a nurse. Kasi kung hindi mo alam mag-alaga, okay, kung hindi mo alam mag-alaga, ibig sabihin, you are not a nurse. Kasi if you hear the word nurse or nursing, ang unang papasok sa utak mo talaga is care. So, kahit anong sideline mo sa nurse, kung ikaw man ay clinical instructor, or kung anong branch mo sa nursing, is if it's either you're a clinical instructor, a national nursing lecturer, a clinical instructor, national nursing lecturer, a hospital nurse, community health nurse, military nurse, okay, travel nurse, ayan, or nagva-vlog na nurse, 'di ba? Alam natin mag-alaga. Okay, so that's caregiver. Educator. Pag sinabi naman natin educator, this is the primary role. The primary role. So, with which this role, we facilitate here learning. We facilitate here knowledge. Okay, we transfer knowledge. So, we are the givers of knowledge. Like for example, kami pong mga clinical instructors ninyo or yung mga national nursing lecturers ninyo or mga nursing lecturers ninyo. Okay, or the ones who are doing vlogs, okay, na nagtuturo when it comes to nursing. Educator na din po ang tawag na educator na po ang tawag sa kanila kasi nga we facilitate or we transfer knowledge sa mga taong bayan, sa mga gusto maging RN. So magiging RN po ba? Yes or no? Yes. Papasa po sa board exam. Papasa. Very good. Okay. Next, communicator naman po, taong bayan. Pag sinabi natin communicator, this is the central role. CCCC, communicator, that is the central role. So it facilitates information. Dito po nangyayari yung endorsement. Dito po nangyayari yung charting. Dito po nangyayari yung doctor's round. So, dito po yan, communicator. Client advocate. So, pag sinabi naman natin client advocate, we have to protect the patient's rights. So, dapat alam ng pasyente yung Bill of Rights na tinatawag natin dyan. And another roles and responsibilities of a nurse is the change agent. So, pag sinabi naman natin change agent, we modify the behavior. We change kung ano yung nasa utak ng pasyente. Kasi nga sinabi ko, 'di ba, sa inyo taong bayan na our brain is too powerful. Okay, our brain is too powerful na kaya niyang gawin kung ano nasa isip mo. And mostly, ang mga tao po doon sa loob ng hospital, they are weak, they are down, they are full of negative thoughts. So, that would hinder their process or which will delay the process of their paggaling. Okay? So yan, or it will delay their good prognosis sa kanilang sakit. So, as much as possible, we have to change that behavior. So, baguhin nyo po yung nasa utak ng pasyente para gumaling po siya. Okay? So, dyan po papasok yung mga, yung environment na maganda, okay, yung milieu na tinatawag natin. So, dyan po siya papasok sa change agent. Next, leader. Okay? So, sa leader naman po dito, nurses, ay it's all about effectiveness. Okay? So, pag sinabi naman po nating effectiveness, taong bayan, ito yung tinatawag natin na doing the right thing. So, if you focus on the people, if you focus on the future, that's leader. Okay? Pag sinabi naman nating manager, it's all about efficient. Okay? So, pag sinabi nating efficient, doing things right. So, pag sinabi natin doing things right, ang managers, they focus more on the results. They focus more on the outcome. They focus more on the machines, yung tangible things. So, that is manager. Okay? Efficient. Okay? So, ang gusto nila, yung mga yan. Okay? And what else pa taong bayan that you have to know? So when it comes to that, okay. Ano pa pwede nating idagdag dito? Clinical expertise. Okay, let's talk about first clinical expertise ni Patricia Benner. So ito po yung sikat na NACPE. Right? NACPE. Novice, advanced beginner, competent, proficient, and expert. Very, very important po yan. So, dito nurses, pag sinabi nating novice, no experience. No experience. Wala talagang years of experience dito. Okay? Pag sinabi naman nating advanced beginner, that is acceptable performance. Acceptable performance. Pag sinabi naman nating competent nurses, kunin mo yung O sa competent at kunin mo yung P sa competent nurses. They are good in organizing. They are also good in planning. Okay? They're also good at planning. So, ito yung 2 to 3 years of experience. Okay? So, yan yung rason nurses. Kaya sabi kasi sa abroad, okay, sa mga ibang bansa, in order for you to come, okay, in order for you as a Filipino nurse to come here in our country, you need to be you need to be competent enough to be a nurse here in our country. So, they took it literally talaga. So, hinanap talaga nila according kay Patricia Benner kung ano talaga ibig sabihin ng competence. So, that's 2 to 3 years of experience. Kaya, mostly, if you want to go to abroad, you need to have 2 to 3 years of experience here in the Philippines. Maghirap ka muna sa Pilipinas ng 2 to 3 years of experience na yan. Okay? Next, proficient. So, pag sinabi naman natin proficient, ito naman po holistic. Ang mga nurses here, if you have already 3 to 5 years of experience already on a certain ward or a certain environment, okay, you see everything as a whole, holistic, but still, parts are still important. Parts are still very important po yan. Very vital pa rin po yan for the whole or for the holistic of a certain process. So, proficient, you see everything as a whole. Okay? So, yan po yan. And also, experts, pag sinabi naman natin expert or the highly proficient, which is the other term of it, ito na po yung highly intuitive, highly fluent, okay, and they are flexible, okay. So sila po yung may tinatawag na eye. Anong eye ang meron sila? Is it the third eye? No, hindi po yan third eye, taong bayan. That is the clinical eye. That is the clinical eye. So yan po yan. Yan po yun sa clinical expertise. That is more than 5 years pala pag sa expert. Okay? So yan po siya. Okay, nurses, let me also talk about here your school nursing kasi feeling ko lalabas to sa CHN ninyo. Sa school nursing po, ilan po ang school nursing na recommended sa isang university or sa isang school when it comes to school nurse? Okay, it is 1 to 2 nurses. Okay, 1 to 2 nurses. At kailan po sila mag-check? Okay, ng classroom is once every school year. Okay, once every school year. Meron po sila, if I'm not mistaken, it's around December or kung walang mga bata sa loob para ma-inspect nila yung classroom talaga na walang mga tao or walang mga estudyante sa loob ng classroom. Okay, but there are 3 areas of concern ng school nursing. Let me just gather my thoughts here. una is yung mata, okay, the vision. So, dapat 20/20 ang vision po dyan. So, pag sinabi nating nearsightedness, that is 20/40. Pag ito ay sinabi nating farsightedness, that is 40/20. And pag sinabi nating 20/40 nearsightedness, ang tawag po niyan ay kay myopia, 'di ba? Myopia po ang tawag sa kanila. Pero pag sinabi nating farsightedness, that is hyperopia. Hyperopia. Pag ito naman po ay pangmatanda, that is your presbyopia. That is your presbyopia. Okay? Blindness, okay, yan ay starting na po yan ng 20/200. Okay? 20/200. Next, the another concern naman pa dito, nurses, is hearing. Okay? Hearing. So, dito po papasok po yung pen click test, whisper test, normal conversation test. So, dyan po yan, okay? So, hindi po ba dito Renee and Weber? No, actually, ang Renee and Weber po, focus po yan sa hearing losses. Pero, pag normal naman po, or sa school nurses, they only do hear pen click test, whisper test, and the normal conversation test. Tapos, ang pangatlo naman na area concern ng school nursing is BMI or your body mass index. So, that is weight in kilos or in kilograms over height in meters square. So, alam naman natin, nurses, that the normal here, the normal value of your BMI is 18.5 to 24.9. Okay? And, what else? Pag ito naman po ay malaki na, okay, like for example, pag lumalaki na po yung numbers, pag ito ay lumalaki na po ang numbers, ibig sabihin na po yan ay ito na po ay pwede na po yung overweight. According to other books, nurses, pag ito ay lumagpas na po ng 24.9 or 25 and above, that is already overweight. Pag ito ay 30 and above, obese type 1. Pag ito ay obese type 2 naman po ay 35 and above. Okay? Pero always remember, nurses, when you search on the internet, ang mostly na lumalabas po sa internet is the BMI, the normal BMI po sa ibang bansa. Actually, sa ibang bansa may obese type 3 pa, which is 40 and above. Okay? So, you better check on that one also. Okay. If underweight po yung bata, ang ginagawa po ng school nursing is they do have the program, which is the feeding program. Pero bago muna mag-feeding program yan, kailangan muna magpagpurga. Kailangan mo nila mag-vomit. Okay? And that feeding program, if I'm not mistaken, that is around 120 days or 6 months. Okay, 6 months. Sir, bakit 6 months? Kasi kakala namin, sir, 4 months yung 3, 6, 9, 12. Always remember, ha? Hindi po araw-araw yan ang feeding program. Eh, di naubos na ang pera ng taong bayan dyan, di ba? So, at hindi naman araw-araw pumapasok ang mga bata. So, that is around 120 days. Pero, all in all po yan, ang months na po yan ay umabot po ng 6 months po yung feeding program po na yan. Okay? And dapat iron-rich, fortified yung mga binibigay po natin dyan, and rich in vitamins and minerals na mga yan, okay? What else ang kailangan din nating malaman dito when it comes to professional nursing? Also, I think hindi masyadong alam ng mga nurses to, okay, hindi masyadong nadi-discuss, is yung tinatawag natin na occupational nurse. So, pag sinabi naman nating occupational nurses is, ito po yung mga one nurse in a certain company, one nurse sa isang lugar kung merong mga gawaan ng mga like mga buildings, mga tawag nito, bridges, mga infrastructure. So, isang nurse sa isang company. So, yan po yan. And that's occupational nurse. At ang nakakatakot kasi dito, occupational nurses, they have hazards here that they have to face. And let's talk about the different hazards, taong bayan. Unahin muna natin ang physical hazard. Pag sinabi natin physical hazard, ito yung direct na natatama sa kanila. Like, for example, heat exhaustion, na bato ng nahulugan ng bato, nahulugan ng hollow blocks, nahulugan ng building. Ayan, physical hazard po yan, taong bayan. Okay? Pag sinabi naman po natin chemical hazard, wait lang, lipat ko lang tong DJI ko, wait lang. Nangawit na siya nga ni. Oh. Okay, ayan. Okay, so now nurses, let's proceed naman natin sa tinatawag natin na nursing theories. So sa nursing theories po, taong bayan, ito po ay we have to focus here sa mga different nursing theories kasi alam ko po na nakalimutan nyo na po ang mga nursing theories natin kasi I know nung nagre-review kayo ngayon for the board examination, you're focused more on the medical surgical aspect, the problems, yung mga mas mahirap at nakakalimutan nyo na po ang basics. So, nurses, let's proceed. Okay, recall lang natin to, So, unahin muna natin dyan ay si Florence Nightingale. So, pag sinabi natin si Florence Nightingale, taong bayan, anong ganap natin dito? Environmental theory po yung sa kanya. Si environmental theory. So, pag sinabi naman natin si Hildegard Peplau, interpersonal relationship theory. Okay? Your interpersonal relationship theory. Pag sinabi po natin si Joyce Travelby, sa kanya naman po si interpersonal aspect of nursing. Interpersonal aspect of nursing. Pag sinabi naman po natin si Ida Jean Orlando, dynamic nurse-patient relationship. Dynamic nurse-patient relationship. So pag sinabi natin Virginia Henderson, 14 basic need. 14 basic need. Pag sinabi naman po natin si Faye Glenn Abdella, 21 nursing problem. 21 nursing problem. Dorothea Orem, self-care deficit. Dorothea Orem, self-care deficit. Pag sinabi naman natin si Dorothy Johnson, behavioral system model. Behavioral system model. Myra S. Chin Levine, for principles of conservation. Four principles of conservation. Sino pa kulang ko? Imogen King, okay? Imogen King, goal attainment theory. Sa kanya po yung nursing as a system. Goal attainment theory, nursing as a system. Martha Rogers, okay, there you go. Martha Rogers, science of unitary human being, science of unitary human being, and principles of homeodynamics, okay? Principles of homeodynamics. So, Martha Rogers po yan. Sister Callista Roy, adaptation model. Sino pa kulang natin? Jean Watson, of course. Sa kanya po yung science and philosophy of caring, human caring, transpersonal caring. Sa kanya po lahat ng caring, Jean Watson. Betty Newman, system model. Holism po yung sa kanya, holism. And healthcare system as a model. Okay, I mean healthcare system model. Sa kanya po yan. Ano pa? Sino pa? Sino pa yung isang Newman? Margaret Newman, okay? Si Margaret Newman naman po, sa kanya naman po yung health as expanding consciousness. Health is as expanding consciousness. Lydia Hall, of course. The 3 C's, the Care Core Cure. Madeline Leininger, the transcultural nursing. Okay, so culture. Rosemary Rizzo Parr's Man Living Health Theory or the Theory of Human Becoming. And lastly, I see Ernestine Weidenbach. Okay, sa kanya naman po si Prescriptive Theory or Situation Producing Theory. Sa kanya po yan, taong bayan. Okay? At syempre, wag naman din natin kalimutan, mga taong bayan, yung mga very important po dito, yung mga Filipino local nursing lecturer, Filipino local nursing theories po natin. Naging lecturers tuloy. Filipino nursing local natin na mga theories here in the Philippines, of course. Okay? So, nurses, unahin muna natin dito ay si Rosano Siloxin. Si Rosano Siloxin, sa kanya po nag-focus po siya sa technology competency as caring in nursing. So naalala ko to dati kasi during my masters noon sa University of Northern Philippines, diniscuss po namin to si Rosano Loxin. Naalala ko dito, it's all about technology. Okay, so technology here, sinabi niya dito, technology does not replace nursing. Technology does not really replace nursing. Technology does not replace caring. Kasi in order for you to care, you need a human, you need a person, okay, to care. The essence of human talaga is also equates to caring, okay? So, what else? Sino pa po? Of course, Sister Carolina Agravante. So, Carolina Agravante, sa kanya po yung Casagra model, the Casagra Transformative Leadership Model. Okay, so sa kanya po dito yung transformational leadership, leaders, leadership in education, empowering, sa kanya po yun dito po yan. So, kasagra, Carolina Agravante. Okay? Carolina Agravante. Next naman po ay si Carmelita Divina Gracia, okay? So, Carmelita Divina Gracia, sa kanya naman po yung composure theory, okay? The theory of composure behaviors, okay? So, it focuses on composure and therapeutic presence. So, sa kanya po yung composure. So, ano pa ba yung kailangan natin malaman po dito sa part na yan? What else? What else? Yung composure, if I'm not mistaken, like, wait lang, alalahanin ko lang po yung composure dito. Meron po siyang mga mnemonics, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, letter C here is, composure. Letter C is centeredness. O is openness. M is a meaningful presence. P is purpose. O is objectivity. S is sensitivity. U, understanding. Okay. U is understanding. R, respect. And E is empathy. So, yan po yung composure by Filipino nursing theory na si Dr. Carmelita S. Divina Gracia. So, sino pa? Ano pa ba kailangan natin dito, nurses? Next naman natin ay si Carmencita Abakin. Okay? Si Carmencita Abakin naman po, sa kanya po yung Prepare Me. So, siya po yung patient po is, yung mga patient po dito with progressive cancer. So, sa kanya po yon yung Prepare Me. So, it's all about physical needs, spiritual needs, physiological, psychological needs, social needs. Sa kanya po yan. So, sa kanya po yung Prepare Me. Carmencita Abakin. And who else pa? Sister Letty Kwan. Sister Letty Kwan, sa kanya po yung retirement and role discontinuities. Okay? So, and sa kanya din po yung graceful aging. So, yan, retirement. It's all about retirement. Okay? So, ito yung all about aging, retirement, adjustment sa mga roles, sa pagbabago, pag ikaw ay from adolescent or from your adult life to your late adulthood. So, sa kanya po yan, si Sister Letty Kwan. Who else pa ang pwede pa natin dito na pwede pa nating i-share here? Who else pa ba? Yun na lang yung maalala ko Yun na lang naalala ko when it comes to the nursing theories. Cecilia Laurente. Cecilia Laurente, sa kanya po yung theory of nursing practice and career. So, sabi dito, nurses, it focuses on family as a support system, communication, nursing practice, nursing activities. Basta intindihin nyo lang po, Cecilia Laurente, it's more on family support. Sino pa ba? Sino pa? Freslin Sako. Tatlo sila nito naalala ko dati, Freslin, tatlo sila nito. Pero sa kanila po yung human space and time. Human space and time. Si Sako, si Loxine, and si Clifford Kilat, yon, okay? So, human space time. So, sa kanila po yon, yung kanilang theory po na yon. So, nurses, please, wag niyo pong kakalimutan po yung inyong mga theories and your theory, yung mga theories and theories po natin dito, you have to focus on those also. Wag niyo po yung kakalimutan kasi sa board exam, they were also asking. So, yung mga ganong klase po natin ng mga questions, yung mga basics, wag niyo pong kakalimutan. So, nurses, so that's all for your, that's all for your professional adjustment. Okay. Alam naman na natin yung nursing the nursing care plan. Alam na natin yung ADPI, 'di ba? O sige, last na lang. O sige na. Oo. Ibugbugin ko na po kayo when it comes to this one. Okay, nursing process tayo. Very very easy lang naman po siya. So ganito lang, tatandaan niyo po dito taong bayan. So pag sinabi po nating assessment, syempre as ADPI, unahin muna nating A here. Assessment is the collection of data. Ito lang, you just collect here. So dito po nurses yung subjective and objective. So pag sinabi natin subjective, sinasabi something to do with interview, something to do with interaction. Pero pag sinabi natin objective po, ito naman po ay something that you observe, okay? Like measurements, examination, assessment techniques like inspection, palpation, percussion, auscultation. So dyan po siya papasok yung mga yan, okay? So, what else po taong bayan? Vital signs, dito din po yan nilalagay. Next, pag sinabi naman po nating nursing diagnosis, these are the nurse's clinical judgment, okay? About the actual or potential health outcomes or health conditions of the patient. So, dito po papasok nurses yung tinatawag natin na synthesis, analysis of data, and problem identification. Utang na loob, dito po ang problem identification. Hindi po siya sa assessment. Sa problem identification po ay nasa nursing diagnosis because you are analyzing here already the data that has been gathered. You synthesize, you're putting together, at pag once you put them together and you analyze it already, that is already the problem identification. So, dyan po yan. And nurses, we follow here your PES format. So, what is the PES format here? Problem, etiology, and signs and symptoms. Diba? Pag sinabi natin problem, that is the diagnostic label. Sorry. So, pag sinabi natin diagnostic label, you get here kung ano talaga yung problema ng pasyente. And we base here also based on your NANDA. Diba? So, pag sinabi natin NANDA taong bayan, that is, if I'm not mistaken, NANDA stands for North American Nursing Diagnosis Association. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, so that's NANDA. And E is for your etiology, so that's the cause. And then signs and symptoms, it's the characteristics. So yan yung mga different signs and symptoms na po na nakuha mo po sa inyong assessment. Okay? Next naman natin is planning. So pag sinabi naman po natin planning taong bayan, ito naman po yung tinatawag natin dyan na mga goal-oriented. So, dito po natin, we set measurable and achievable long-term or short-term goals. So, we prioritize here already those mga goals na kailangan natin or the objectives that you have to get. Okay? So, you need to be smart here. Ano yung smart? S is for specific, measurable, for M, A is for attainable, R is realistic, and T for your time-bounded. So, very important po yan. And next naman natin ay yung tinatawag natin na implementation. So, pag sinabi naman natin implementation, this is the nursing care. It's already been implemented. It's already being implemented here. So, dito na po yung continuity of care, the skills that are being performed, the interventions, the implementations are here, the actions, okay? Dito na po yung mga treatment, the therapies, the activities, the independent, dependent, and collaborative. So pag sinabi mong independent, no order of the doctor needed. Pero pag sinabi natin dependent, the doctor's order is needed here. And pag sinabi natin collaborative, you collaborate with the different health team members, okay? Na that circulates po doon sa pasyente natin, doon sa kanilang care, okay? So kung sino pa talaga nagki-care sa mga pasyente na yan, so you have to collaborate with people. So that's collaborative or interdependent, which is the other term of it, okay? So here you validate the care plan, you give or you document also care here, and syempre you are still collecting, you're still continuing collecting data here. So, ang collection of data is not only sa assessment part. Sorry. Yung umpisa lang, okay, the first part lang, what you call this, the first or the primary assessment, it happens on the assessment, but still you're still continuing it, okay, through your implementation. Habang nag-implement ka, you're still assessing, you're observing, you're inspecting, right? And lastly naman po natin, nurses, is yung tinatawag natin na evaluation. So pag sinabi naman po nating evaluation, we check for the effectivity of your nursing care plan. So you're going to base the effectivity by comparing your assessment sa inyong outcome. So, yung dati ba, yung sa first assessment mo, may pagbabago po ba yan sa second, okay, na assessment mo? So, you better check after your implementation. So, check mo yan, okay? So, reassessment the effectiveness. So, you have to compare the current status and the expected outcome. So, dito makikita, nurses, pag ito ay goal met, goal partially met, and goal not met, okay? So, nurses, so yan po yung mga yan. And syempre, just for the ending, nurses, let me just share to you the characteristics of a nursing process. So it is continuously changing. Okay, it is continuously changing and dynamic. It is client-centered. It is patient-centered. Dapat yung mga nursing process mo dyan, it focuses on the patient itself. Okay? Tapos, pag sinabi naman po natin, nurses, na nursing process, it is focus on the theories, the system theory. Okay, so you have to follow a step-by-step process, and it also entails decision making in every phases. So from assessment to your evaluation, meron po yung decision making. And lastly po, it also entails feedback, okay? Feedback mechanism that needs, okay, or that allows revision. So pwede po bang ma-revise ang nursing care plan? The answer there is yes, most especially pati ito ay goal partially met or goal not met or unmet na tinatawag po natin. Okay, so I think, that's for 1 hour, di ba? An hour for your professional adjustment, okay? So that's just a quick rundown, okay? Madami pa pong topics for professional adjustment, sorry for that. But those are the high yield topics natin for professional adjustment. So, I hope marami po kayo natutunan dyan with your Sir Mavs po. So, hello po ulit. Ako po yung si Sir Mavs po ninyo, your travel nursing lecturer. So, but now I'm not actually, I am traveling. Dito po tayo ngayon sa Manila for the review ng mga future RNs po natin. I'm here in a hotel, sa isang hotel po dito sa Manila. So, ang travel ko ngayon is buong Pilipinas po muna. Ikutin ko muna ang buong Pilipinas para sa mga RNs natin, sa mga future RNs natin. So, while I'm recording this is already 10 days po before the board examination for the Philippine Nurse Licensure Examination, August 2026. So, taong bayan, pag tinanong ko sa inyo, papasa po ba sa board examination? Papasa! Magtatop po ba sa board exam? Magtatop! Magiging RN po ba this August 2026? Magiging RN po yan. So, question, 100% po ba ang taong bayan? 100%! So, magiging RN ka po this August 2026. Okay? O magiging RN ka this year. Magiging RN ka, taong bayan. So, at hindi lang yung RN, kaya ba maging top-notcher? Magiging top-notcher po yan. So, nurses, maraming salamat sa pakikinig po for this subject na professional adjustment. Wait po tayo sa susunod natin, and that is your nursing bioethics. So, another 1 hour for that one. Maraming salamat, taong bayan. So, pakisabi sa sarili, magiging RN ako. Magiging RN ako. Thank you so much, everyone. This is your Sir Mav. Sawadee ka, Thailand. Thank you, boss. Bye-bye.